What's up? What's the word?
Yo, it's your boy Cody Mack here on another episode of What's the Word. And, you know, we had to change the studio up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We ain't in the studio. We had to come out here, short it a little bit. But I have a very special guest on me right now. I got the homie Dapper with me. Dapper, what's going on, guy?
Honored to be here with you, brother.
Oh, man. It's a pleasure to have you stop through. You know what I'm saying? You in town with the Rack. You on tour right now. You had to... I'm happy that you slid on us, brother.
Oh, man. Honored to be here, bro.
You know, usually, because we met in the A and you know, usually when you bump into people, they be like, oh, yeah, we going to work, we going to do shit like that.
And it just be talk.
It just be all talk. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad we was able to make that connection.
Absolutely.
I'm glad I was able to spread in that short period of time. I was glad I was able to spread your music out to people, and the reception has been amazing. Like, people f***ing with your shit.
No, that mean a lot, bro. I appreciate you allowing me to excel on your platform, and I appreciate you following up and staying in touch with us the same way. You know, like, we gonna execute on our end, so, you know, we be excited when other people got that same hustle and that same tenacity. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you being a real one.
Oh, that's if you gonna get to know me. That's all I know how to do is be real.
Yes, sir.
But for the audience that may not know, who is Dapper?
Oh, man. Dapper. I'm a North Philly boy. I'm just hungry. You know what I mean? That's all I can say. I'm just hungry. I'm fun to be around. I'm passionate. And, you know, I want to see myself win. I want to see everybody that's around me win. I want to see everybody win in general. You know what I mean? Like, if you working and you grinding, I love what you doing. You know what I'm saying? If you're doing it the right way. And that's just who I am. I'm a person that's full of love and just good energy. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to spread love. I'm going to get love. And that's how we going to carry it.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So that was a real humble and smooth way of introducing yourself.
Yes, sir.
So I've been doing a lot of research on you. You know what I'm saying? We know you from North Philly. We getting that. I think some interesting things about you that you haven't spoke on is that how you diversify yourself as an artist. So you're a musician at one thing. You're a philanthropist also, and you own multiple businesses.
Yes, sir.
So let's dive into that part of it, because I feel like that was very interesting to me, especially with the daycare.
Yes, sir.
So, like, what made you get start a daycare?
Well, the start of the daycare was pretty much just looking to invest in something that matched who I was, that aligned with my passions. You know what I mean? My spiritual gifts are like leadership, administration, and leadership, administration, and mercy. So I love giving back. I get fulfillment out of leading and guiding people. You know what I mean? So with the daycare, you know, I'm in the middle of the hood in West Philly out there, and that's my first daycare is there. And just allowing like young black boys to see a black CEO, like somebody that's young, that's hip. I wear sweats and come in there stylish, like from what they see on TV, Instagram, and all that. Like, that person too can do something legal and run a business, and, you know, they need the role models. They have to be able to see it. They have to see it to achieve it. You know what I mean? And then it's called Young with Options. So I like being able to, I want it to be like predominantly music school. So kids could come in there, get their music on, and I want that to be that's like when I went into it, that was the idea. But, you know, we can do it everything. You know, I had my homies that's firefighters come through. We done had police come through there. We done had artists, actors, any type of person to come through there, speak with them and interact with the kids so that they can see the different career choices, you know what I mean? And what better than to tap in with them at that early age, you know?
That's what I was going to ask you. Like, at that young, how old are kids we talking?
Well, we got babies. We start from infants up to 12. So we got,
okay.
So like our summer program and our after school program, that's what I really lock in with, the 6 through 12 range, you know what I mean? That's like my passion for real. But we got the babies in there as well. So we got a lot of 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds. You know?
Okay. That's what I was going to ask. I'm like, damn, like, you got people come talk to these
not
kids,
the infants. Yeah.
Okay, I
but
get it.
The 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, they get it too. You know what I mean? And they understand. They can tell. They're very knowledgeable as well. You know. So,
what made you want to start a business like that?
Honestly, my mentor, who's a female, she was very successful in the daycare game. And, you know, me and my homie, we had a little bit of paper that we grinded up, and we just wanted to do something that made a difference too. Like we considered like the bar and the restaurant and all that, but it wasn't like making a difference. You know what I mean? So I needed something that tapped in with me. Like Young with Options was already the name of like my mixtape first, and then that was the name of like my team. Like we called ourselves Young with Options. So it just clicked, like Young with Options. Like everything I do aligns with my brand and aligns with who I am. So Young with Options, Daycare. Now the Daycare's named Young with Options too. So everything was like Young with Options at that point, you know? So it all just made sense, you know?
Oh, that's dope. Them daycares make a lot of money, man.
Yep.
Make a lot of money. I got a homegirl here. Her mom got a daycare. That's then like $1 million business. Like,
oh man, I don't know nothing about that.
Well, I said, I mean, it's a very lucrative business. I'm gonna put it that way. But you know what I mean. Also, you just said the word female, so like, I get a lot of flack from my women friends for saying the word female. Okay. In this day and age, with the whole genders and pronouns and shit like that, like, what's your take on stuff like that? I had the way society is trying to make everything so, like, I can't even get the word out, but it just be it. Like, you gotta say the right shit or you're gonna be in trouble.
Feminism and all that.
Shit, yeah.
I don't know.
You just said my female mentor. It's like,
I ain't never get no heat for that. Like, really? What am I supposed to call her? Her, he, her? Like,
they say why she can't. Like, they be like, why she can't be a woman? Why she gotta be a female?
Well, she a woman. However y'all classify, I ain't never get that kind of heat before. So that's my first time hearing that. I ain't gonna hold you. But like female, woman, or she a woman, you know what I mean? I don't think nothing of it, and I ain't never really get too much heat for nothing like that. You know, I love my ladies.
You gotta watch that, especially out here, man. They be on in Chicago. The women out here, why she gotta be a female? Like, I work with nothing but women on squad. And they be giving me like, it's like, man, like you gotta have the right vocabulary. Yeah,
you just put me on something. I know now, you know what I mean? I'm always willing to learn. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now, as far as like willing to learn, you got the teaching going on with the kids. Like, you're also you into like real estate too as well, right?
Yep, that's my thing too. Still early, young in the game, you know what I mean? I'm young, and I got like 2 or 3 properties that I like have my own, and then I'm part of this collective. We call ourselves the Yacht Club, and we just tapped in Detroit. We got a nice amount of properties in Detroit that we looking to do some stuff in, like trying to turn like an apartment complex into like Section 8 homes. I forget what the other one is, like a home health joint. I'm tapped into that too, like the home health care stuff, like all that stuff. Like I'm in the early stages of it, but I'm aware of it and I'm currently investing in it. You know what I mean? So, you know, looking to get some momentum with that. I play with the Airbnbs, all that.
Who putting you on to all these investments?
Probably my homegirl Quetta. That's who like really opened my eyes to just doing everything like legally and just like really just tapping in and getting that business mind. You know, I owe her a lot of that. And I went to school, you know, like I've never been no dumb. I went to private school my whole life, from first to kindergarten. First to 12th. And then I went to Temple University. That's one of the top schools in Philly. So I always been super smart. You know what I mean? My dad was in the streets, but he always invested in my education. You know what I mean? So I always went to the best schools. You know what I mean? I'm from the trenches. Like I outlived my address would be in the trenches, but I used to take those buses, 45-minute, hour-long rides to go to the best schools. And then I come back and be like Tyreek St. Patrick. Like that's what they call me in the hood. I got that real Tyreek St. Patrick story.
Shit. Hey man, you ain't nothing wrong with you getting about the hood, man. I just got my ass about the hood. Man, look, brother, don't let nobody ever shame you for having a good education.
Man, listen, how you say I throw it out there proudly, bro. Like I ain't no, I'm me. I'm authentic at all times, and I honor that. You know what I mean? I give all the gratitude to my pop, my mom. You know what I mean? They made sure I was cool. You know what I mean? I wasn't no super silver spoon, but I wasn't no empty stomach. And I say I wasn't super silver spoon because of the lifestyle that we got it. You know what I mean? It wasn't no doctor that was the head of our household. You know what I'm saying? It was your
pop. So, I ain't gonna say what he was.
Yeah, exactly.
I try to say not to say the N word, but so your pops was just one of them guys. Like,
for sure.
He was valid.
So he was a big dog in his field. You know what I mean? So it worked, but it also came with what comes with being a big dog in that field. You know what I mean? So.
Let me ask you this: like, have you ever had a conversation with your old man and it was like, "Yo, dad, like, why did you put emphasis on me going to all these private schools and getting this education?"
I remember my pop used to always say, like, if I could just change one, if I could put one great black man out here that'll have kids and create more black men that are educated black men, then he feel like he did his job. My pop like dropped out in like the 6th grade. Like he's not the smartest, but you know he handled his business all his life. You know what I mean?
So what drove him to having that mindset?
Probably my mom. My mom. I give all that credit to her. You know what I mean? Because I'm the only. My pop got like 14, 15 kids. I'm the only one that went to like that super prestigious type of school. You know what I mean? I'm the first on both sides of my family to graduate from college and all that too. So like my mom just made sure I was cool. I was a single kid by my mom, but my pop had 15 kids and I'm smack in the middle. And my mom was the one that my dad actually was in relationship with. You know what I mean? So she used to put him on a little business and like try to get him to, you know, invest your money here, invest your money there. And she made sure like it wasn't nothing short with my education. You know what I mean? So I give all that credit to my mom for real.
Okay. That's dope. So what's the relationship status between your parents now?
Man, my mom thick as thieves. I tell my mom everything. Like she knew everything. Me and my pop, we haven't really spoken in probably like 2-3 years. He did a bid. He did like a 6-year bid, and I held him down like that whole bid. And when he came home, you know, we had a little fallout. You know, at this time, you know, it's hard to like going in. I wasn't even 20 or 21 yet when he went in. So when he come home, I'm 25. I'm a grown ass man. You know what I mean? So it's hard to. I'm already my own boss. You know what I mean? So it's hard for like us to connect, and then you know just other little stuff, little family stuff, and little shenanigans. But we ended up going at it. Like me and my pop really like was going at it. You know, we got so much in common. You know what I mean? Yeah, but it is what it is. Like can't nobody do nothing to him and get away with it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you stay there, I'm gonna stay over here. You know what I mean? Hope you cool. As long as don't nobody mess with you. You know what I mean? Stay out my way, I'm gonna stay out your way. That's where we at with it. But I love him. You know how it go. Yeah,
man. I understand that because me and my dad got a similar relationship. Like we love each other, but we just ain't on the best of terms.
I just can't do you. I just can't be with you. I can't hang with you. You know what I mean?
So, but I definitely respect that. I definitely want to say we only get one chance at this life.
Yes, sir.
So sooner the better, man. So you and your pops should sit down, man. That's one of the things on my bucket list. Like, man, that I don't know what type of relationship we gonna have, but the way we got now, we just it can't. You know what I'm saying?
And I agree, but at the same time, like my thing is, I'm the son. Like me and my daughter, we can never have a fallout because I'm gonna be man enough to scoop my daughter up. Like, yo, let me talk to you. I'm gonna try 1,000 times. You know what I mean? My daughter almost 3, bro. My pop never seen my daughter. He never picked up the phone and said, yo, you mind bringing your daughter through here? You know what I mean? You're the dad. I'm not the dad. You feel me?
And I respect that on so many levels because that's how I be thinking. And it was just as until recently, people told me that like I don't like to go. That's my whole thing. My whole life, I can't go. Right. Like if I feel like you own that with me, it's like I'm not folding it to like you gonna take the breath out of me.
Yes, sir.
So it's like I feel like less of a man if I'm folding to my pops. Like, cause you supposed to be doing this shit, not me.
Right.
But like I say, recent times people have told me that's toxic and that's, you know, people down left and right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm at least try. And if you don't meet me halfway, at least I can know when I tried.
Yes, sir.
So I want to put that in your brain. You ain't got to do it.
No, I feel you. I'm with you.
I'm with you. At least try.
Yes,
sir.
What I'm saying? I'm with you.
I'll let you know. And then another quote with that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't even going to throw that quote because I'm going to apply. We're going to try. We're going to try to build these relationships.
We on it.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you, bro.
But yeah, pivoting, man. We talking about, we just on the family shit. Say you got a daughter. You know what I'm saying? So, for me, watching you and like watching the interviews, it seemed like you was growing up, you already was mature in the mindset of how to move. So usually when I ask people like, yo, how did a daughter or having a kid change you as a man? Like how being a father changed you as a man? So to me, and you can probably speak on it, to me, it seemed like you already had your shit together. It just probably having your kid amplified it.
Right. Yeah, like I always been poised. Like I played point guard all my life, so I always just had that like leadership, that poise, that
vision.
You know what I mean? And like playing basketball, I always played up. So I was always 12 playing and hanging with 14, 15. When I was in my senior year in high school, I was hanging out with 23, 24-year-olds. You know what I mean? I always was the youngest. I graduated at 16 in high school. You know what I mean? So I always was the youngest. And I always just had that maturity. I always been more mature than my age group. So, and then also just coming from a family that was in the streets and all that, I always had it installed. Like like stop being so silly, or be on point, be aware of your surroundings at all the time. Like driving home, look out your rearview mirror, make sure ain't nobody following you. Like I had that mindset at 14, 13, you know what I mean? So I always just like had that like uptightness about me, where like paranoid, like I was that kid that could never have like sleepovers, you know what I'm saying? Like nobody could know where we lived. Like once my pop moved us from the trenches and moved us like a mid-level area, you know what I'm saying? It's like nobody get this address. Like we went years. Like to this day, I don't even be letting people know now like where I live, but it's just been something that I like was installed in me at like 8 years old. You know what I mean? I knew the lifestyle that my family came from like by the time I was like 8 or 9, you know what I mean? So they let me know, and like my mom never sugarcoated with me ever, you know what I mean? I never believed in Santa, none of that, you know what I mean? So I always been like ahead of myself.
Well, so when having your daughter, so it seemed like you was already on point, right? So what are some things that like being a father that you don't want to do? Because I feel like you already know what to do. What are some things that you be scared? Like I'm gonna put that rephrase together. What are some things that you be scared of that you think you wasn't prepared for?
Right. You know, she's so young now, so it's hard to tell. But I just know I always want her to feel love, always to know that she's loved, always be able to express herself. Like I never want to have her like, don't talk to adults like that, or don't voice your opinion. I always want her to be expressive, and I never want her to feel like she can't come to me and say something. You know what I mean? I never want to be that super gloved dad. Like my mom used to let me do any and everything I wanted, bro, and I never took advantage of it. So I wasn't that kid that was getting in trouble. I always was aggressive. I would fight and do stuff like that, but I wasn't like super bad, you know what I mean? And I feel like I kind of want my daughter to have that same upbringing, so that she could just have like the freedom, but also just don't burn your bridges, or don't take advantage of the freedom that I'm allowing you, because I will take it away. You know what I mean? So I kind of want to go about like that with my daughter, just letting her make her own decisions, you know, within my guidance. You know what I'm saying?
That's facts.
Yes, sir.
So you speak about the relationship you got with your OG a lot.
Yeah.
How was the relationship with your daughter's mom?
Oh, that's my baby. That's my fiance. I just proposed to her. Yeah.
Oh, congratulations, brother.
Yeah, we locked in. Yeah.
You a good one, but
yeah, man.
I'm
trying to do everything the right way, bro. And then, you know, like I love her. She's dope. My business partner, all that. You know what I mean? So we locked in. And then, like, as far as my daughter, like, just allowing her to see that, you know what I mean? She's in a home of love. She's in a 2-parent household, so it worked, you know what I mean?
I was just going to ask that, like, because you just talked about how much your mom put into your dad and help him see certain things. What are some things that your fiance has done for you?
She ran my daycare. Like, God helped me get it out the mud. Like, she came on early on. I had just started my daycare and all that when she came into the picture. And she was like one of my first directors of the daycare, and just helped me get it out the mud, helped me with organization, you know what I mean? Keep me focused. And she she kind of like let me do me, but give me like that short string. Like, is that what you would prefer to do? You sure? You know what I mean? And it's like just always got me in my head about it, you know what I mean? So, and she matched my hustle, you know what I mean? So that's a big thing with me. You know what I mean? I could give you little blueprints, and you know how to go get your own bag. And, you know, I know if anything was ever to happen to me, God forbid, I know she'll be able to hold it down. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right. So what was the thing that you was like, yo, she the one?
Probably our move to LA. When we moved to Los Angeles, she paid for the first, last, and deposit to force me to move to LA. You know what I mean? Because I was going to move to LA, like before we moved to LA, we were separated a little bit. So we was kind of co-parenting. We was in different households and all that. And I told her I wanted to move to LA. She like, you ain't going to LA without me and your daughter. I'm like, all right. So, you know, we still dibbling and dabbling like that. And then she just like, yo, like, it's just time to go. Like, because now, you know, I'm peaking as an artist and I'm getting popular. I'm not really able to go too many places in Philly and people not know who I am. You know what I mean? And it's up Philly. You know what I mean? It's turned up. And, you know, just be a lot of little close calls just from being in Philly, you know what I mean? So she like, yo, this shit too much here. Like, we about to move. And she put the first, last deposit, and she like kind of just took that first step. Like, you know, me, I'm like, I want to move, but I still want to stay here. I want to move, but I still want to stay here. and she kind of just forced me to go. And since that, like all my opportunities, everything just been blossoming since I moved out of Philly. And you know, I still be back and forth like crazy, but just resting my head in a different state has just done so much more for my creativity, so much more for my networking. You know what I mean? Like I'm right where I need to be with the rapping and acting. Is nowhere like LA, and she forced me to get out there, and she just had my best interest in mind. And anything I do, like I just know like she's obsessed with me. You know what I mean? So it's like you can't take that away from nobody.
That's dope, bro. That's
yeah,
dope.
no
That's
doubt.
dope. And that answer do not sound rehearsed. So
Nah,
you is
yeah.
out there, you got you a good one, man.
Then they started ranting,
you got you a good one. Now, so let's move to LA from Philly, right?
Mhm.
LA, we talked about off mic. We talked about how Philly is kind of like the Wild Wild West right now. It's going crazy, but LA it's the same.
Man, it's the same. But the difference is with it being out there is they already got their shit going on. In Philly, I got my group of friends that got beef, and my hood might be my hood is beefing with another hood. You know what I'm saying? And then I got childhood friends. I'm guilty by association in Philly, so that's what it be like. I might have moved out of one hood to go to somewhere else that's just as turned up, but I'm not affiliated with nothing out there. You know what I mean? It's a fresh start, and I'm choosing to go to the proper places. I'm not going where they turned up at. You know what I mean? I'm going to industry events. I'm going downtown for this and that. You know what I mean? I don't have to be in the hood. None of my friends are in those hoods out there. But in Philly, my is in the hood, so I'm going where they at. You feel me? So it'd be like that. And then just being a target because I'm popular there, and I'm one of the big dogs in Philly. You know what I mean? Go to LA, I'm in a pool of big dogs. You know what I mean? So that's how it is.
Okay. I mean,
LA turned up right now, though, for sure.
it is because I mean it's and I hate to pivot here, but you know you got the other young boy Pnb Rock. He from Philly.
Yeah,
he was out in LA, and it's like he was minding his business, and what happened to him, God rest his soul, you know what I'm saying? And, I just wanted to get your take on stuff like that because it's like that you can't account for.
A lot of that stuff is unavoidable. That could happen anywhere. You know, I think he was at a bad location. You know what I mean? But it's crazy because me personally, I was at a Roscoe's a week before that with my chains on, with my girl and my daughter. You know what I mean? So just like that, I could have got caught slipping. But I think like it's just one of those ones, man. Like you just work so hard and come and take what you worked for, man. Like so he really lost his life because somebody wanted to take everything that he worked for. You know what I mean? Like you didn't buy that chain, bro. Why do you want to take this from me? You know what I mean? I don't like robbers and jack boys. You feel me? I'm a hustler. I go get it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta take what's yours. I'm gonna sit down at the table next to you and say, yo, bro, what you had to? How hard did you have to work to get that chain, bro? What I gotta do to do something like that? That's me. I pull the chair up and I want to network with you. I want to holler at you. Damn, bro, is there any way I could work for you or anything I could do to? I want one like that, bro. What I gotta do for that? You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna like. I'm a grinder. You know what I mean? I think that's so corny, bro. Like robbing another black man, bro, and then kill him. You know what I mean? That shit corny, bro.
Funny, that shit was all wild. It was all wild. By y'all both being from Philly, did you have a relationship with who?
Yeah, for sure. When Rock first came home from jail, I was one of the first people he hopped on the song with. Okay. And it was like we both was featured on the track by another artist in Philly. And I remember he came home, he was like fresh out of jail, still scruffy and everything in the studio. I'm like, you know, I got like the backpack, pretty boy image, you know, around this time too. I still was in college. So I got the backpack sound and he coming all rugged and hood. And I'm like, damn, I really want to be on a record with this dude. Man, about 6 months later, Rock took off, man. And it was fly, you know what I mean? And then like his hood and my hood, like I got like some of his friends are my friends too, you know what I mean? Like shout out the whole PNB, man. Shout out the whole Uptown, you know. They, you know, I'm friends with people that he was beefing with and all that in Philly, you know what I mean? So it's like, you know how that shit be, people just divide, but all of those guys up there are just great guys, man. And, you know, I be wishing that everybody just make amends and do right, you know. Shout out to the whole PNB, shout out to the whole West Side, Germantown, like all y'all dudes, man. You know, just much love to the whole Uptown, much love to the whole Philly. Like, just wish everybody would come together and just tighten up.
No, that's right. That's valid. That's valid. That's how I feel about here in the rack, man. Like, I know I want to pivot off this, but I just want to know, like, when that happened, because I know when I got that news, I was on my way to a meeting with an artist. And it's like, man, I'm like, damn, they shot PNB. Like, never.
It's crazy. So my story with that is I was in the studio and I was playing music for an A&R. Rock had submitted his album to that A&R, that same A&R that I was in the studio with that morning. So he, like, I'm playing my music and he's like, no way. And I'm like, what's going on? What? He's like, yo, Rock just got shot. He's like, I think he's still alive, this and that. I was like, yo, for real? He's like, look, he just sent me his album this morning, showed me Rock's messages to him, sending the album that morning, the same exact A&R. And like, it kind of just killed the vibe. Like, he was loving my music, you know what I mean? We vibing, you know, and his folks, that's my friend as well. And we just ended up turning the music off and just kind of like sitting there like, yo. And by the time we ended up leaving the session, we was like, yo, he gone. And I said, damn. So he took that to heart and I took it to heart just from, we both from Philly as well. The A&R's from Philly, but we was playing music in the studio out in LA. And it was just like, that's why it was just so close to home when that happened. And just being a Philly artist living in LA, you know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, that shit killed us. And my girl, my fiance is real good friends with like people in his circle, you know what I mean? Like she grew up with Rock. So they had a friendship, you know what I mean? So that shit was corny.
And I can't even say it enough, like, man, rest in peace, you know what I'm saying, Pnb Rock. I guess one of the things that I wanted to get your take on, like, I see your relationship and how it impacted how you see him. But what is it like for your lady? Because I know his girl is going through it. But like, what is it like for your lady to sit there and be like, damn, when I'm saying my fiance, my man is a rapper, shit is going on with rappers, especially in LA when it comes to rappers, like what's the conversation are you and her having right now?
I remember she was crying when she was reading Rock's girl's post just off the strength, like, damn, I just couldn't imagine like just being in that situation and just being in that predicament, you know what I mean? And just having to post this, having to write this, having to write a goodbye letter. And, you know, we be trying to like avoid that kind of stuff or try to like avoid those kind of like emotions, you know what I mean? So, but we talk about it often, and it always just give her like that, damn. But, you know, we tough too at the same time. Like, it's so common in the city. Like, I done seen and felt death super close, you know what I mean? Even closer than that Rock situation, you know what I mean? So I done lost so many best friends, you know, it's hard for me to cry at this point, you know what I mean? So it sucks to say, but, you know, I'm like numb to that shit at this point. And I feel like she kind of got a similar numbness just coming from that cloth, you know what I mean?
And that goes back to that toxic I was talking about earlier, right? Because I'm similar, right? You know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot, done a lot, been around a lot, you know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of shit just don't faze me, you know what I mean? But that's toxic. Like, we gotta be able to, like, it shouldn't be normal, bro. Death shouldn't be normal to us. Like, we walk around that shit like another person got shot, another person dead. It's like, that shouldn't be so normal.
Right.
When King Von died, and we saw that, and I saw the video, then they was showing the body all on Twitter and shit. Yeah. Like, that shouldn't, them images and shit like that shouldn't be like, oh, damn, that's Von body. Oh, shit, damn, they gotta get Von, and then you go on about your day. Yeah,
it's way too normal. And that's just a part of PTSD. That's part of being traumatized. Like, we're traumatized from that. Like, black urban young boys are traumatized. We have PTSD, and we live with it and don't even know it. You know what I mean? Like, you can't tell me I ain't normal. You know what I'm saying? But realistically, like, I'm damaged from something. There's something that got us trained this way. You know what I mean? And I know that it's from, you know, my upbringing. Like I told you, like, I was raised to be like a soldier. You know what I mean? And
move militant. Everything you talk to me about, everything I've seen how you move, and like your pops prepared you to move militant.
Exactly. Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how I even feel about, like, y'all being rappers and to bring it back to your fiance. I feel like when y'all as rappers, when y'all lead a crib, it's like y'all going out for war. And y'all family gotta be on, you know what I'm saying? When he come back, like you on tour and shit, like, she probably be like, damn, I gotta make sure my man come back. I gotta pray him that last hug. You never know what that's gonna be.
It's high risk. It's high risk every day.
You know what I'm saying? But that shit, this rap shit is like, man, that's just like they said, it's probably one of the toughest jobs in America. You know
Absolutely.
Unsafest job.
Yeah, that and just being a carrier overall, like just being somebody that just carry it, like being fly, being attractive, being cool, being vulnerable, all that, like just carrying it for a city, carrying it for your team, like being a leader, like that's the dangerous job in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like all of that is just high risk.
And that shit is goofy because you should want to be fly, want to look good, want to just be. It's like if you walk around with confidence and with positive energy, it's like the next man want to hate you. Like,
yeah, it's crazy. Me and my team, we was having this conversation and we were just talking about like the Philly mentality. I don't know if it's the same here in the Chi or just in other black communities, like period. But
I already know what you're going to say, but this is black thing,
like we was talking about how Philly kind of supports mediocre, like just being average, being okay. And if you successful, you just kind of like corny once you become successful. You know what I mean? It's like we stop praising or stop protecting the ticket. You know what I mean? It's like you'd be so surprised how many people like from Philly just downplay and just hate Meek. You know what I mean? And it's like,
really?
You know, I mean, you know, he's big dog, he's loved, but at the same time, there's just so many people that just, and like we just so like we love mediocrity, but then as soon as somebody make it or somebody's successful, it's like the love for it kind of started dwindling. It, you know what I mean? It was just something that we noticed, and it's like we love mediocrity, and like that's why so many like Philly artists like hit a peak early. You know what I mean? And it's like you'll get popping in the city, and then it'll be like, all right, what's next? Are you gonna go on tour? Are you gonna do this and that? Or are you going to allow opportunity to pass because you so worried on the dollar value? You know what I mean? Like man, I'm on tour for free right now, bro. But like I could go get a bag, you know what I'm saying? But I'm on tour for free. I understand the opportunity that came behind this tour, man. I kicked ass this tour, bro. This is all I needed was this shot, this opportunity, bro. I got like labels knocking like crazy right now. The bag gonna come, you know what I mean? It's like I'm aware that there's bigger, there's more, you know what I mean? I know mediocrity, I know the medium, you know what I mean? I know that there's more, and like I'm just aware of it. I don't let money get in the way of opportunities or like doing right, you know what I mean? Like I'm not driven by money, or you know what I'm saying? Like, and I know that there's more. That's pretty much how I could just sum it. But
I think Royce 5'9" got this quote, and in this quote he says, he say, every time I chase the bag, it ran away from me. But when you chase your purpose, like everything you need come. Like you need this, you chasing your purpose, God, you know what I'm saying? Allah is gonna bless you with everything you need. You know what I'm saying? So like I get what you're saying.
Every time I take a pay cut, bro, it always come back amplified. You know, every time, bro. I'd be like, dang, man, I need 10 bands right now. Hey, this grant just came out for such and such, whether that's coming from the daycare or whatever. But it's like, yo, what? Boom. Or yo, I ain't gonna be able to pay for this right now. And somehow it just happened. Man, I remember like not like probably like a year ago, like just being like down and like just struggling financially just from having all my money tied into investments. So I wasn't having no money coming in, and like I was worried about my credit. And I remember like my like I'm like, damn, I ain't gonna be able to pay my car note this month. You know what I'm saying? Just because all my money tied up. And then I ended up receiving like a check from some kind of like insurance refund from like I was paying my insurance on time so crazy, and the dollar amount that came back was literally exactly the dollar amount of my like car note. And it just like I pay attention to signs and energy and shit like that. So I'm like, that's no mistake. Like I wasn't supposed to get this. Like this is from a refund check from 2 years ago. Like how am I getting this right now? And I'm like one of those people that stuff like that happened for. You know what I mean? So I know I'm one of God's favorite. You know what I mean? So
no, that's valid.
Tripping.
That's dope. That's dope. You just talked about how the whole Meek Mill, and then how you talked about how certain artists in Philly hit a peak. Like when it comes to musicians in Philly, like what's the system? Like who's over there that's making sure artists blow? Who's giving artists platform out there to the point where they don't peak?
It's like every man for themselves out there. We don't got no major labels like really structured there.
No top DJs.
We don't got no top DJs.
A&Rs that's in spots somewhere else, but like I'm still checking my ear to the streets out there.
I mean, it's a couple A&Rs that's like low key, but like the A&R that I met with, he's at STEM. That's like a distribution company. One of my close friends is Mont Brown. He's an A&R at Columbia. But like no like true like label or no true like radio influence. Like it's kind of every man for himself out there. And it's like once you catch a little buzz, whether that's social media or Instagram, you know, however you catch your buzz, then that's just where it come from. You know what I mean? But there's no like real structure to it in Philly. You know what I mean? There's no real like hierarchy. And that's kind of why it's the Wild Wild West out there too, because it's just no structure in the hoods, no structure in the music industry. Like we one of the most impoverished major cities. You know what I mean? There's not too much money floating around, whether business, legally, streets, and ain't a lot of money floating around in Philly right now. So it's just the Wild Wild West.
Yeah, not when dudes get, you know what I'm saying, hungry and they pockets hurting, you know what I'm saying, they get angry. When you get angry, you start lashing out and just doing whatever. So I can get it.
And that PPP came, saw people with it, gave everybody a chance to taste a little money. So now everybody chasing that high. You know how it go.
Nah, definitely. That PPP was a gift from the curse to the hood. I'm not even gonna lie. Now, that's crazy that you say that, because I'm like, yo, like, for you to be this talented, to you have your head on your shoulder, to be moving the way you move, you know what I mean, landing, you know what I mean, gigs and acting and shit like that. So it's like you moving and shaking. It's like, so I would have thought somebody like Meek or a Siegel, like, I don't know the politics and like who was moving and shaking in Philly, but I would have thought another Philly artist or a DJ would have kind of like scooped you up, instead of like you rocking with, getting in tune with Benny, somebody from Buffalo, from a small ass, like a smaller town, smaller market. So that was just kind of crazy to me how y'all like that connection. I'm thinking you from Buffalo,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Right. But when I found out you was from Philly, I'm like, damn, like
how do y'all miss this dude?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And you know, I got a chip on my shoulder for that. You know what I mean? I'm not bitter at all, and that's why I'm successful. But I got a chip on my shoulder for that because, you know, they know who I am. You know what I'm saying? There's been opportunities. There's been plenty of opportunities to be like, yo, let's bang with Dapper or whatever. But I don't never expect nothing from those guys. You know what I mean? They got their own families. They got their own little cousins that rap. They got their own little homies from their hood. And the same way with Benny. Like, you know, I don't expect too much from bro. I'm grateful, bro. I'm grateful for the opportunity that they did give me. You know what I mean? Scooping me up on the management side. You know what I mean? But I put myself in those. They gave me an opportunity to network with them. They gave me a window that I was able to slide in and tap in with the interns, tap in with his managers who are now currently my managers. You know what I mean? So without those doors or without that opportunity, like, they didn't close themselves off. You know what I mean? So I'm highly grateful for that. And now I will say that situation is kind of what amplified me and exposed me in Philly as well. You know what I mean? I might not have been, I put my blame on myself. You know what I mean? I might not have been the most consistent. I might not have put out as much music as people in Philly would have liked to have known about me. So I feel like now that I'm, that Butch allowed me to rock with his platform and his management, now everybody in Philly knows who I am. But I feel like prior to that, everybody in Philly probably didn't know who I was or didn't know about the music and all of that. You know what I mean? So I don't discredit or put my resentment or anything like that towards anybody. You know what I mean? Meek know who I am. You know what I'm saying? But I don't expect him to post me on his Instagram. I don't expect him to. He has actually spoken highly of me before. You know what I mean? The world may not know it, but I know it. You know what I'm saying? And he's actually a reason why I have a good relationship with Lenny. Yes, like his camp. You know, they played my videos in Rock Nation before, to my knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I heard that. And I got a good relationship with Lenny Yes now. But to my knowledge, that was from Meek mentioning my name before. Like, you know, when they ask about who next in Philly, I come up in a lot of those conversations. So I'm grateful. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, doing your thing. So if you had to name 5 cats from Philly right now that's buzzing, that's coming up,
We talking about buzzing, or we talking about
that's doing their thing, like how you doing your thing? If you have to name 5 cats and you ain't got to put them in order, take yourself out. Okay, so you ain't gotta be biased. Take yourself out, because we already know what you're doing. Give me 5 cats from Philly right now that's doing their thing.
That's doing their thing. Leaf Ward, OT7 Kwani, Young KA, Too Rare, and this cat named Tour. That's probably the 5 that's like,
Okay,
young Philly boys that's rolling right now.
Is this kid, I think they're like Hood Tally? Yeah, he from Philly too, right? Yeah, I interviewed him. His publicist is based here in Chicago, so
Okay. Yeah, I know who Hood Tally is.
Yeah, he be out here a lot.
Yeah, he got a lot of influence out here in Chicago. A lot of influence in Philly as well. Yeah, he got momentum.
Okay. So now that we here on the music, right? So now you with BSF, they distributing your music. Y'all got management deal. What are some things that you've been needing to talk to you personally about, like to help you out with your career?
Like Butch pretty much just be like, yo, you got it. You got the hustle. You willing to invest in yourself. You willing to go. You're not waiting on nobody. I think that's what like Butch take the most light to me and remind me of himself. However, I forget how to word that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm all over, but exactly that. Just that hustle that he sees in me, and he's like, yo, keep that about you. Keep willing to invest your money, invest your time, invest your grind. You know what I mean? That, and like our most recent conversation probably within a week ago was Dap like one away right now. Now it's just time for him to get that one song that everybody knows him for. Like, I got the buzz, they know what's up, you know what I mean? But now it's like, where's that one song that it don't got to be a major hit, but just a song that everyone knows me for. And that was our most recent conversation. So that's what we digging up right now.
Okay. I think almost every artist that they look for that. Like they say, you don't go to the studio trying to make it hit, but I think every artist just want that one record that if they walk into a store, or they walk in somewhere, oh, you made that.
Yeah, you saw that. Yeah, whether it's a hit or whether it's just something that you're known for.
Nice, everybody wants that.
I think I got one too. I think I got a couple.
Okay, what would you say those are?
Well, my current like most successful song is this record called "Smile for a Smile." And then, of course, I'm known for the features. I'm known for the songs that got Benny on it, the song that got West Side Boogie and Reason on it. Like, those are my bigger records because of the major features on there. Smile for a Smile is probably my biggest record, though. And then That Much, that was kind of like a good moment for me because we shot the video in Dubai. So that's the video that Meek had played in Rock Nation because it's like, yo, somebody from Philly is doing something different. You know what I mean? That song was played for Meek and Uzi. You know, like, so they saw it, they watched that video together.
Philly guys.
Yeah. They was in the room when my folks, I'm tight with one of Meek cousins, and he played my video for Meek and Uzi, and to my knowledge, they took that up to Rock Nation, and that's, stuff like that. But
that's hard though.
Yeah.
No matter if nothing came from it, it's just the fact that it's somebody that's doing it.
Yeah. I don't got no stains on my name or none of that, so you don't got no choice but to speak highly about me, whether, you know what I mean, whatever it is, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't understand, or there's nobody out here that could really bad talk me, you know what I'm saying? Unless, there's a real situation, some beef or whatever. But you can't really bad talk me. I just do well, and I spread love, you know what I'm saying? But I think like I got records right now unreleased that I feel like are about to make a big splash.
I can't wait to hit them joints.
Yeah,
can't wait to hit them joints. We talking about relationships and just people with you. You locked in with Benny because you paid for the feature, right?
Yeah.
So what's your thought process on that? Because I think it's a video going around with Lil Baby and some internet dude gave Lil Baby 80,000, and Lil Baby told him like, yeah, you gotta pay to lock in. Like, dude gave him on his Twitch or something. I don't know if he wanted Lil Baby to keep it, but that's like what we're going. And it's like, yo, what's your thought process on people paying money to lock in?
You're not gonna make $1 million if you're not willing to invest. If you invest $0, it's going to be very hard to make $1 million if you invested $0. A lot of this stuff out here, a lot of the stuff in the industry is pay to play. A lot of it. DJs, artists, a lot of stuff in this industry is transactional. You know what I'm saying? So paying for that verse allowed so many opportunities. Now we locked in. Now we having conversations like this. So like me and you homies now at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're connecting on another level right now. But suppose I had to give you a stack or whatever to have this conversation. But now, the way we locked in and the way we talking on this camera and the way we connecting energy-wise, it ain't too much that you can't ask me for. It ain't too much that I probably can't ask you for after this. You know what I'm saying? This wasn't no transaction. Ain't no money involved with this. But
it was all parking lot.
You know what I mean? But suppose you was somebody who wanted a stack, wanted 500. 500, you get on my platform. All right, boom, here go to 500. But now me and you is on a crazy rapport because we connected on a different level. Like, we're talking about our pops on here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we connected on a different level. Same type of thing. Pay bro for the verse, and then They like, yo, we in LA right now. Man, I dropped everything, flew to LA the next day to shoot that video with Butch. I had a mansion party. This before I lived in LA. Whipped up a mansion party, hundreds of chicks, hundreds of like A&Rs, industry creatives at this pool party. Butch ain't want to leave. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, you did all this? You whipped this up like this? You know what I mean? It's mind blowing. Like, damn, bro, you really want it. You grinding. Yo, I got a show in Philly coming up. You want to open up for that shit? No more money involved after that. Let's lock in. You feel me? But sometimes that's what it might take to, I grease a couple pounds in this industry to tap in. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, it's a million people at this club or whatever. You're not going to throw the DJ a little 500, and now you got this many amount of fans, and now next time you go back, the DJ cutting you a check. You know what I mean? The promoter's cutting you a check. I understand it, bro. I'm a hustler, and I'm a businessman.
You got to hustle.
Yeah,
businessman.
I know.
A lot of these kids don't got that. That's the music game.
I'm a hustler, bro. Yeah, I'm a hustler. I'm going to go get it. You know what I mean? No. And they gave me a super deal. Like, I ain't hit me over the head, nothing dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like, they gave me a deal on the feature. And it's like, I respect your craft.
And it came with the video, too?
Mm-hmm. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And I respect his craft. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you wanted, boom. I wouldn't have reached out to you if I wasn't a fan of your music. If I didn't respect you. Same way, I respect it from me. I charge for verses. You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody get a verse from me and it's for free, that's like my heart. You feel me? But I work hard to a point where I want to be compensated for my verses. If I'm in front of a TV screen or in front of any kind of platform, I worked hard enough where I deserve to be paid for it. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with it.
No, that's valid.
Yeah.
Have you ever had any situations where you gave somebody some money and they try to, cause we were just talking about that. Somebody basically ran off, like.
Yeah, for sure. That's part of the game, bro. And like, with me, like, I don't really get played with like that, but when somebody tries me, I be hating that, bro, because I'm so down to earth. I'm so chill. I'm so respectful. But once you disrespect me, I hate that I be having to get violent to get, like, the way I want sometimes. Like, I be like, yo, bro, it's cool if you, Yo, bro, Bro, stop playing with me before this and that, Now you calling me. Bro, come on, man. Why I gotta get like this? Why you ain't just pop out the first time? Why I was cool with you the first 4 times. But when you force my hand, and then that's the thing, like, with me, like, and I will get like that with you, you know what I'm saying? And people know, you know what I'm saying? So I hate that I have to get like that, but we ain't never get, if somebody ran off, they ain't never get too far, you know what I'm saying? But like, I ain't nobody really do me dirty ever, you know, like cameramen holding on to your stuff. But ain't no artist ever burn me out no verse or no manager, no marketing. Like, I got everything I ever wanted when I put some bread up.
What about the blogs though? Like, do the blogs be hitting you over the head trying to get you before you go on features on them?
I ain't never really had to pay for no blogs or anything like that. I'll pay my publicist, pay a PR or whatnot, and they handle all that. And I got a relationship with them. Like, they ain't running off on me or doing me dirty, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't never had no, like, real issue with that. But I know people who have and stuff like that. But I do good business, and I'm stand up. So you be a fool to play with me. You know what I'm saying?
People don't understand, like, the value, because it's a lot of things you said, because I'm kind of the same way on a lot of things, bro. It's like, I'm the coolest, to me, I feel like I'm one of the most coolest, calmest people you'll ever meet. But when it turn on,
yeah, you give it. I know. I feel it, bro. Look,
and I don't even.
I feel it, bro. I know.
I don't even like that's when people start tweaking. I go the other way.
And it sucks. Like, clean cut, nice smile, carry yourself with elegance. You know what I'm saying? Why do you want to force my hand? Like you know what I'm saying?
Nobody's like to be played with. And I think that's just a man thing in general. When you a man, you don't like to be played with, especially when I know you doing this on purpose. It's a difference between when somebody like, it's a mistake. All right, it's a mistake. All right, cool. I get you, guy. We can talk it out. But when you like deliberately, like, yo, I'm finna try. I want to. All right, now we finna go there. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened. I told you about my best friend. And it happened like picture me and his birthday a day apart. So we like that.
Same mental.
Yeah. So it's like they got him. Like, they played with him, and it was like, yo, you know what time it is when I see you.
Yeah.
And that's what happened.
That's one of my, like, fears about myself. Like, I just don't do well with disrespect. Like, I just pray that nobody disrespect me or play with me to that level where I do something that I got to jeopardize my freedom. You know what I'm saying? Because I just know how I think. My peoples know how I think, so they try to keep me away from those situations. And that's why I think moving away from Philly was also just like a key thing for that. Even though I be home every week. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not every week, at least once or twice a month. You know what I mean? So, but
that's the kind of thing that I feel about like even going outside and enjoying yourself. It's like it's to the damn age where people try to get so disrespectful, where it's like they not even knowing who they toying with. So that energy.
I remember I was out with my girl downtown LA, man, and this dude reached out like grabbed my girl hand, like, and it was like obvious that she was with me, man. You talking about trying to break this dude's hand? Pow! Smacked his hand so hard, like he was like, like I almost broke my hand trying to break this dude's hand just like that. You know, we square up or whatever, but it just be stuff like that. Like, why would you do that?
That's what I'm saying. Though, like, why would you do that? Cause you like, oh yeah, I'm finna.
Yeah, I was clean cut. I had my little Marnie button up and all that on. I'm fresh. I'm clean. I'm smiling. And now you got me upset. You know what I'm saying? But and that's like me. Like I don't judge no book by its cover, man.
Oh no.
In Philly, these young boys is 12, 13. The girls, man. There's this 16-year-old girl with the prettiest smile in the world. She is wanted for a double homicide in Philly right now. 16-year-old girl, beautiful, bro. Wanted for a double homicide. We was reading and talking about it early. Quadruple shooting, double homicide, bro. It's like, man, I can't play with nobody. You know what I'm saying? I don't judge no book by its cover because I know how I am. I'm silly, I'm fun, and smile all day, but I just know where I come from. One of my best friends, he just lost one of them, but he was fighting 6 bodies. But the coolest, funnest dude in the world, love me to death, will play all day. But not playing with everybody, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, you know how it go.
Y'all at home watching this, man, please, man, stop. Don't be with people when y'all outside because shit can go way left. I done seen it happen too many times. And people, it can go way left. Yeah, man. I feel like this is an amazing conversation, man. Yeah. I feel like we hit a lot of shit. Like just naturally talking.
Naturally, yeah. Ain't nothing scripted. We just having a good conversation at this point, bro.
Yeah. That's how I like to do these interviews, man. If I got to read from a script and be like, yo, what about this and what about that? I don't really like that flow. But
I mean, the artist is boring. I mean, it
don't even be that.
Or just not connecting.
It ain't connecting. Then sometimes it's like a lot of times artists be so on the defense. They don't want to say too much, give up too much because you know this media is crazy. Like people, like blogs be tweaking when it comes.
Yeah,
to
for
shit.
sure.
Like so, I get that. Publicists like.
Then you know you got some of us. I know how to talk. I know how to wiggle around this or that.
Yeah. So it's like the game be crazy.
Yes, sir.
But before I get you out of here, there's 2 questions I want to ask.
Let's do it.
So first question is, if it's one artist that you are dead or alive, there's one artist that you would want to work with, who would it be?
Hustle Man. Hustle Man.
Nip?
Yeah.
Why Nip?
That's like my idol, bro. My daughter named Victory. You know what I'm saying? I got a huge mural of Nip in my like my office space. Like I love Nip, bro. Just everything that he stood for, all his morals as a man, the way he came into the game, his authenticity, his creativity, his business mindset, how he attacked it independently. Like I love Nipsey, bro. I watched every single interview with Nip, listened to every single song of Nip. You know what I mean? So it's just somebody who I just structure a lot of my morals behind, you know. And he just seemed like I never met him, but from what I've seen, you could just feel the authenticity when he spoke, when he did his interviews and his music. Like he's somebody that I really believe and believed in. You know what I mean? So I loved Nip while he was alive, loved him after. You know what I mean?
Favorite principle, favorite quote that Nipsey Hussle said?
Mine?
Yeah.
Probably had to be probably a lyric. I'm trying to think. Getting rid of the middleman, that's one. And then just like, I can't think like just a quote off the top of the head like this, but probably just the hustle, just that hustle spirit that he had. And then like his early interview about just not wanting to buy jewelry and going to buy real estate. You know, when he got the 60s hat on, he just super like, we in stock, we in real estate. You know what I mean? I ain't buying no chains. I went to do this and that. You know what I mean? Like just that mental that he got, just gonna go get it on your own, not blow it away. and just make smart decisions with your money, and then just making smart decisions as a man, like just how he operated with Lauren London and all of that. You know what I mean? You could tell he just was stand up man. Like I would have been super surprised and like hurt if it was like Nipsey Hussle cheats on Lauren London, just because of how just stand up he was for his lady, how stand up he was, and just all the principles. Like he just seemed super loyal and just super like stand up, you know?
That's valid. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, so the very first time, Jahar, you know this coming, right? The very first time that I always talk to people, I always ask them this question. I always lead on this note. What is that moment that you're looking for? And they be like, damn, I made it.
Damn, I made it. When my mama, when I could just give her the world, when she don't gotta work overtime no more. When that happened, and then like my daughter just all the way set, like where I know it's coming in, and whether that's happiness, whether that's financial or whatever, but I know that they don't gotta work no more and that they set. That's when it's like, oh, like I feel like I already made it because I'm happy. I'm already at peace. But as far as like that's like that gave me like more of like a financial, I feel like, question that put me in a financial place. So that's more so like when my mom ain't gotta work no more and my daughter is just all the way set. Like once I check or whatever, it's like she cool. She got $6 million in a tuck, you know what I mean? And she good.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Well, Dapper G, I appreciate you spending some time with me today, giving this amazing conversation, man. Y'all make sure y'all go follow my man, Real Dapper. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have the lower thirds on the bottom of the screen so y'all know all that. Yeah. But for y'all listening on the podcast, it's Real Dapper everything,
it's
right?
Real Dapper on everything. Thanks for Nothing 2 out now. The album going crazy everywhere. We just wrapping up the More Black Superheroes tour. It's the last stop in the Shy. I got more touring going on, more videos, more music. I'm about to kick their ass all 2023.
Man, I'm here to support you, brother. Anything you need from me, I'll do my best to help you out.
Likewise, right? Bro. I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
Yes, sir. This is What's the Word, Cody Mack, and we out.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's up? What's the word?